Leprechaun and welcome back to Asagao Academy. Last time we were finally getting to the romance bit, I think. Have we already asked him? I think we've already asked Shane out. Yes, we're finally asking Shane out. I picked up a pencil and paper and began to write, trying hard to block out the tears. Eventually my turn to run work and let me be. Oh, I can't see. There we go. Dad, I'm doing really great here. This has been the best change of my life. I have a best friend and I might join a club. I even have a date. You sacrificed so much to bring me here, and I know I hardly gave you any choice with the way things were going. I was spoiled and ungrateful, but you did whatever was necessary for me. I forgot to read the last line. Please eat well and take care of yourself. Remember, 2 glasses of water in the morning and 1 before bed, and have breakfast. Scrambled eggs are easy to make. Draw a smiley face on them in ketchup, just like I would if I was there. I'll send my love through that. Make sure you do it. I miss you. And tell Mom happy birthday. Oh, Hana! Oh, okay. I waited for Shane outside Primrose's house, watching the sun in its slow crawl towards the earth. The flower festival was usually at night-time event, but Shane asked to meet me while it was still light out. Why? I didn't know what to expect or what to do. Even I was completely flabbergasted that Shane deigned to say yes to me of all people. Oh, he's so smiley. Was it possible that he really liked me? That just seemed ridiculous. He's right there, Hana. But why? But would I want him to like me? For some reason I kind of did. Hana! I'm here! What? Oh, Shane, you're here. Hi, sorry. I'm here. You ready to go? I can see that blush. Yeah, what are we... Let's go. I'd like to do this before it starts getting dark. Do what? Yeah, okay. What are we doing? Well, dates in the dark were kind of intimidating. Wait, was this? Shane led me through the campus in silence, the stillness in the air only emphasized by my buzzing anticipation. After a few minutes of walking, I glanced at him. He was... smiling? Then maybe this was a date. Ooh, Hana. My chest tightened and my hands immediately grew clammy. I hadn't believed it was possible. It was a possibility, with Shane of all people, but I was ready. Well, I would never be ready, but at least I was aware. They're nice, aren't they? What? Shane was pointing to the blooming flowers on a nearby tree. Quite pretty during the daytime. I tried to speak, but all that came out was a nervous, high-pitched laugh. Good one, Hana. Finally, he led me to a bench, motioning me to sit. I complied, smoothing my hair nervously as he did. Looking round, Shane brought me to a deserted part of campus. I gulped. Shane set down a small backpack that was slung over one shoulder and sat down on the other side of the bench. He cleared his throat and stared down at his hands. I've been wanting to do this for a while. You have? Was he going to kiss me? Already? I scooted a little bit closer to him on the bench. He didn't seem disturbed by it. A good sign, right? If it's not any good, I don't want to hear any complaining, alright? Yeah, of course. I drew in a deep breath to steady myself. I wanted to shout, just kiss me already. And I was already nervous enough. You know, because knowing how anime goes, he's probably not going to kiss her. So, should we do this? I guess. He unzipped and started to rifle through his backpack. At a time like this? Really? He brought out a very small bag, then dove right back in. What was the preparation for? Then he finally looked at me and... He's drawing her! Pulled a sketchbook out of his backpack. He's so cute when he's blushing. Draw me. He wanted to draw me. Still okay? You're going to have to sit without moving for about 45 minutes. Yes, I agreed to this after all. Why else would we have gone to the flower festival together? Right. Ugh. He flipped a few pages through the notebook, stopping on blank sheet. I nodded slightly, trying to keep my head in mostly the same position to make it easier to draw. He didn't talk much, only letting the occasional grunts of concentration. Sometimes he laughed when he made a mistake, furiously erasing it afterwards. 20 minutes later, the light had changed, the sun was setting. Shane frowned and held the sketch pad away from his face. I guess that's fine. Can't really keep going with the light like this. Okay. I watched him put away all his things without another word. So, was that it? Was this festival really just an excuse for Shane to draw me? Did you want to do anything else then? He shrugged. Not unless you did. Oh, Shane. Well, I did. You did? Yes, I did. I wanted to play some games and eat food and do festival things. So, are you coming? I mean, I guess I didn't have anything else planned. Thank you! Honestly, this boy. If you insist on everything. I can't leave you alone out here in the dark. You don't have to come if you don't want to. Yeah, well, let's just get going. Oh my gosh! We wove into the stalls silently all the while. I busied myself with admiring the decorations and the lights, and the people, tried not to think about how I was going to spare my time with Shane. I was so used to seeing school-aged people, I forgot about families and the elderly. It was refreshing to feel like I was in a society, not a school. This is also your first time at the festival, right? Since we're both the only transfers? I transferred last year. This is the second flower festival I've been around for, but it's the first I've gone to. You didn't go with anyone? I was new. The festival is early in the year, and I didn't have any friends then, unlike you. It looked like he was going to say something else, so I remained silent. He looked at me, then stuck his hands in his pockets. What did you want to see? You want to eat something? Oh, maybe later. I'm not that hungry right now. We should check out the game stands. Unless you want to eat, I'm fine with that. Oh, that's so awkward. I'm good. I only wanted to make sure your growling stomach doesn't distract me. Distract you from what? Excuse you? That's rude. The festival was bustling, people walking in every direction. Laughter filling the lantern-lit air. Let's go to the ring-throwing booth. I'm good at that. He pointed out a deserted booth hidden in an awkward spot headed on over. Mr. Saitama peered out from behind the counter, a wry smile on his face. Welcome, welcome. Buy 3 rings, get the 4th one free, up to 12 watt steel. You're our 10th visitor, so I'll give you this ring for free too. Wow, I'm so nice. Okay, sir. Hang on. He turned to me. Which of those prizes do you want? I'll win it. You will? Don't you want anything? Just a few minutes ago, Shane was openly rude to me. Now he wanted to win prizes for me? Isn't that what people do at festivals like this? Oh, I don't know. I'm good at this game. I can totally win something. Then win it. Win my heart. Well, alright. Mr. Saitama waited patiently for me to make a decision. The walls were covered with cute plushies and other prizes like plastic toys and candy, all just waiting to be won. How about that stuffed whale? He leaned close to me and pointed at the blue plushie at the back of the stand, one that came with the ability to squirt water out of its mouth. Yeah, it's really cute. Right, you ready to watch a pro? Someone's cocky about this, aren't they? As he said that, I had a vivid flashback to when a 5-year-old said the same thing to me. Just like the 5-year-old, Shane seemed like he was trying to act cooler than he really was. He smiled and paid for the rings to throw. On the first one, he missed completely. Watch a pro, huh? Keep watching. I can do it. On the second throw, the ring landed perfectly around the bottle farthest away. Mr. Saitama seemed surprised someone actually won, and he had been there the whole night. He set up a stepladder to get down the whale Shane had won. It's simple, really. Shane looked at me, then handed me a plastic ring. You just have to get a feel for the weight and physics of the ring. The rest is just eyeballing the distance. I have 2 more tries. Want to have a go? If I said no, he'd probably insist. It wouldn't hurt anyways. I shyly accepted the rings from him. Following his advice, I tried to sense the weight of the plastic in my hands. Honestly, it just felt light to me. I couldn't really differentiate it from anything else the same size and material. I thought I was ready, but when I threw it, I narrowly missed the old man. It went nowhere near the bottle I was aiming for. Whoops. Do you want to try again? Not particularly. Mr. Saitama passed Shane the whale, who gave it to me with a smile. I clutched it to my chest. It was soft. I can show you how to throw it. He spoke gently, miming the ring throwing action. I couldn't take any more of this. Who was this person, and what had he done with Shane? It was time for me to show him a good time. No. My answer was simple, but I had seen something over Shane's shoulder, all the way on the other side of the festival. I smiled devilishly. No? What's with that face? That was your game, now let's go to mine. It was a game I played at many festivals with my dad. He always beat me as a kid, even when he was trying to let me win. One year I was fed up with losing, so I went to a festival and spent a small fortune honing my skill. Maybe it was all for this moment. Yours? The cork shooting game. I've shifted the whale under my right arm and used my other hand to push him forward. Hey, I can walk. Hurry it up, I didn't know they had this game here. Are you ready to watch a pro? Man, I knew that was embarrassing. Hiding a giggle under my sleeve, I got in line at the cork shooting booth. Shane joined me at my side. I looked back at him. Someone was coming up behind him, a silly smile on their face. When the mysterious person realized I saw them, they put a finger to their lips. Should I say something? Shane looked at me confused, following my eyes behind him right as the person clapped him on the back. Rather hard, I might add. Bloody hell, Wallid, what was that for? You can tell he's British because he says bloody hell. I was trying to scare you. You did. Now go away. Oh, I didn't know you were going with Hana. He waved at me and I returned it. I didn't know you were going by yourself. You fucking loser. Rude! I looked at Shane in alarm, but both boys had the biggest smile on their faces. Did you tell Hana that last time you went out with a girl, you choked on a piece of candy and almost died? Oh no! If looks could kill. Hana, I promise that didn't happen. It totally did. Ask anyone about it. No, you choked on a jawbreaker, then you threw up. Oh right, it probably was me since you don't ever go out with girls. Shane turned beet red in an instant and smacked Wallard's arm. He merely laughed, shielding himself from further assaults. Did you just come here to insult me? Actually, I was trying to cut in line. Get out, scum. Shane shoved Wallard out of the line and he walked away snickering. Oh, there he goes. I didn't really understand their dynamic. I wasn't going to try to understand. He seemed kind of mean to you. Wallard? No way, he's a pretty cool guy. Oh my god, these boys! He was insulting you. That's just how we are, and everything was true. It's your turn. Oh. Boys. Why do we bother? I scuttled up to the booth, clumsily opening the flap to my purse and taking out my money. Are you two playing together? We can do that? Of course. But it'll cost twice as much. I turned back to Shane, even more excited to play, but he was violently shaking his head. That obviously meant yes. Yeah, let's do it. I placed money on the counter, and nodded on the counter, and the worker exchanged it for 2 cork guns. Hana, I've never played this one. Shane hesitantly picked up the gun, staring at the mark on the wall opposite us. I got into position on the stool and scanned the orientation of the targets, calculating the fastest way I could shoot them. And go! That was sudden. Luckily I was prepared. My moves were fluid and swift. Shane's corks were flying everywhere but their targets. There was no way he could win. My eyes focused on the small white bullseye in front of me, but I could still hear Shane's muttering a steady stream of curses under his breath. He was hitting a surprising amount of targets for his first try. I was rather impressed. I hit my last target and set down my gun. There were 12 seconds left. I was out of practice. I usually finish with 16 to spare. Oh gosh, like 4 seconds longer than you usually are. The buzzer rang and Shane put his gun down with a frown. Congratulations, Hana. He said it simply, then rose from his seat. Don't be so upset. No one usually does as well as you did on their first try. He was just saving face. No, really. I waved to the booth attendant in thanks as she gave a small smile in return. She probably wanted to get to the next people in line ready for their game. So, what next? I looked at him, but his attention was elsewhere. Then he turned to me. Was I really good for a beginner? Yes, you play enough video games to have your hand-eye coordination translate to real life. You even hold a tournament with other normal boots guys every year. All that practice really adds up. Right. The tournament. In a rush, I remembered he was the one who rejected me from participating. A storm of rocky memories cascaded into my skull. I bit my lip. Shane barely even wanted to come to the festival with me. He didn't want me in the tournament either. He just wanted to sketch me. What was I doing here with him? Ready to head back? Did you get to do everything you wanted? Yeah, I'm fine. We shuffled back home again, cloaked in silence. It seemed a bit like Shane wanted to say something to me. Maybe he wanted to apologize, but he couldn't seem to work himself up to it. Finally, we stopped in front of Primrose's house. Well, thank you for coming with me. It was fun. Thanks for letting me draw you. Of course. 'Cause this isn't awkward at all. I started back into the dorm, only to feel something tug on my arm. Wait. Oh! Wait. Wait. What am I waiting for? Oh. I turned to face him again. My eyes fell to a flower in his hand. Oh, just the camera. A bit late for that, but okay. He held it out to me, its petals trembling as much as his hands were. Oh, I got this flower for you. It was the same flower he drew to ask me to the festival. I thought you'd like it. Thank you, it's lovely. Shane smiled in response, and I was almost blinded with his radiance. He should really smile more often. But, Shane, were you holding on to this the entire time? Yes? Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, good night. Okay. He turned on his heel and stalked away. Thank you, Shane. You are a enigma. I smiled to myself and headed into Primrose's house. Maybe there was more hope for us than I thought. That depends on my decisions. Yay, chapter 2! This is where things start getting important. I did belong in the tournament, and I was going to prove it to Shane. However well the flower festival went, Shane's stance hadn't changed. The others believe in me, so why didn't he? John saw my skill firsthand. Maybe it was time to show Shane too. Seeing is believing, after all. Gripping my phone tightly, I walked into the classroom. It was empty save for Shane, who was writing at his desk. He looked up at me, then avoided my eyes. It made me instantly second guess why I was in there. My feet felt like they were glued to the ground. Well, go on, you obviously have something to show me. I regretted coming in there. What was I going to do, just show him how good I was at this popular phone game and expect that to work? Everyone played that game. Shane wasn't one to be easily impressed either. You're acting like I'm going to run away. I can't leave when you're blocking the door like that, you know. He made a hand motion to me, gesturing me to approach and sit down. So I did so in the seat next to him, then wiped the sweat off my phone before starting up the game. I deserve to be in the tournament, Shane. Do you not believe John? He set his pencil onto his desk. His chair grated against the polished wood as he shuffled next to me. He exhaled heavily. Okay, I'm willing to see what you can do. I could feel my eyes go wide. This was the chance I needed. At my face brightening up, a reluctant grin appeared on Shane's face as well. Okay, while it's starting, I just want to say that I've been playing this game since it came out. Of course, its mechanics are pretty similar to all other match 3s around, but it's at least different enough to where I've learned to change my playstyle to better fit the unique attributes of this game, so... Shane put a hand up and mouthed the word, breathe. I don't need to know your credentials, Hana. Show me how good you are at the actual game. Okay, well, here I go, I guess. I pressed play and immediately my fingers were like electricity. It started me off at level 1, but the number quickly climbed and the timer bar began to decelerate faster. Around level 35 I began to struggle. The time went down too quickly and I got too stressed trying to keep it up. The high score was no longer the priority, it was staying alive. Still level 35 was impressive. At level 39 Shane stopped me. I've seen enough. But I haven't lost yet. It's hard to watch. You're just getting single combos, so the game won't end. The tournament is not about how far you can make it. It's purely score-based. Even an intermediate player knows to focus on score instead of time. Running out of time doesn't matter if you have enough points. There's no point in getting to higher levels if you're only going to get 4 points every combo. Okay. All combo-based games are the same. Pinterest, Bejamstone. Oh. Yep. I think you mean Tetris and Bejeweled. Burn bright, burn quick. I thought you understood at least the basics. Oh no. I've seen all I need. You can't be in the tournament representing us like this. Besides, you're competing against someone in the tournament, not doing single player. He scooted his chair away. It was the most he'd ever spoken all at once. If he knew so much about match 3s, why wasn't he playing them in the tournament? Okay, that makes sense. I started to leave. There was still half an hour until class, and Shane didn't seem interested in talking anymore. But I couldn't run away without giving myself some kind of hope for the future. Everyone decided that I was competing, whether you like it or not. You aren't the leader of the team. I'll get better then. I'll get better, then show John and PBG. Shane raised his eyebrows, looking slightly amused at my proposal. I wish you all the best, Hana. You annoy me to no end, Shane. I love you to bits, but you annoy me. I glared at Shane, then stomped out of the room. He would see. I just needed to practice. Practice, Hana. Whew. Oh my gosh, computer. I sat in the field outside of the school, trying to incorporate Shane's tips into my strategy. Changing the fundamentals of my playstyle was harder than I imagined it would be. It was even harder to motivate myself knowing that all the single-playing training was mostly useless. We got 15. Ah, that's quite good. Okay, pro tips. Oh, that's what we're going through. Okay. I'm going to save, and I think that's where we'll leave it for today. So thank you all very much for watching. I will see you next week for a continuation of Mermaid Swamp. So, yeah, bye-bye.